Hello, and welcome back to Idle Kingdom Defense. So today, 17170, and you can see we have quite a pile of stuff today. That's to be expected, but let's get started with Portal. So the reason it's expected is because yesterday was just a early day, and today it's a, much longer day between the two videos. So that's the only reason there's so much extra stuff. It's about a day and a half extra, and that was about expected based on the time frame I set up. That said, of course, we rolled over our 10 tickets, so if you're confused about that, you can roll over 5 portal tickets a day. Additionally, we will be rolling over some of the expedition tickets. And, no, nothing special there. Nothing special there. So how are you doing in the game today? I did get to interact with a few of you on stream the other day. I hope that you found my answers were helpful to your situation, but I do always look forward to hearing from you. I'll be honest, yesterday when I did have a few visitors, it was a bit harder for me to pay. I was actually playing a completely different game, so to get me in the Idle Kingdom defense mindset was a bit difficult, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't see that, that was actually my big Dragonflight stream, the one I had teased about for a while. It ended up being a 22-hour stream. That's why I had to make the Idle Kingdom defense video so early yesterday. So, quite a journey that one was, and I'm looking forward to continuing it. That said, I don't imagine that record will be broken anytime soon. But, you know what? I'll enjoy it while it lasts. 22 and a half, I think it was close to 22 and a half hours. I think it was like 22 hours and 20 minutes. I was completely spent by the end of it. But that's fine. That was kind of, like I said, that was to be expected to be that spent. And we miss out on the weapon stones. That's a shame. Always, more shiners maybe. Oh, we got the shinies. Very nice. And let's buy our 5 extra tickets. Can't forget about those. And then we'll take a look at today's stats. I did hear a lot of people concerned about the game being dead, and I certainly wouldn't suggest it's a dead game. I'm still playing it. I still enjoy playing it. Obviously, as a game you have to play daily. Obviously, with me wanting to play World of Warcraft, it kind of created a bit of a scheduling conflict. But that's why I like games like this. It's a game, Again, as I spoke to somebody on the stream, Total War does take a bit, but I use a macro to sweep through that. Again, I don't think the macro is cheating. I'm not getting any unfair advantage you couldn't get by just playing the game normally. It's just it's a helper to help me through the tedious parts of the game. And the reality is, and I say this with I don't know how to put it, but I say this realistically. I mean, it's a Stormex problem. They should hopefully address it at some point. The game shouldn't be so. It's one of the things, if I ever make a game like this, the tedium of daily play should be minimized, right? So, for example, you should have a sweep all button for Total War. I mean, that should be a no-brainer. It should even have an option, sweep all with all recoveries, and should generate, basically, everything you need in one sweep, so that user, it's sort of like playtesting your own game. If you play this and of course, you can see we did our Total War, and you don't want to sweep this over and over again, which is what you're basically asking your players to do, why not just make something in the game that helps them achieve that? And that to me is good game design. Anything to remove especially in an idle game, to remove the friction of doing the things like that. It's honestly one of the things I like about Leaf Blower Revolution is the game makes you do it once, then the game gives you the tools to automate it. And I think that's a really cool design. That's why I really like Leaf Blower Revolution. It's a lot of fun because then you get to say, okay, this is how I want to set it up, this is that, and then eventually you enter a level where, okay, I'm even beyond that now, and here's how I would automate it this way. And again, I think that's really cool design. I think it's great for the game. Obviously, Leaf Blower Revolution has its own problems. The majority of that being it's a problem between time skips and no time skips kind of thing. And I don't know the best way to solve that. It's like either you go all in on time skips, which, I mean, given some of given the limitations around LBR, I don't think that'd be a terrible problem to go all in on time skipping. All right, let's look at Christian. But again, I'm getting beside the point. But it does bring that into play. Let's see how Christian does today. I'm sorry, I don't mean to get so sidetracked on that, but I'm just the point was automating certain parts of the gameplay is, in my opinion, good for the game, especially if it reduces the tedium. Very important goal, I think, especially when you're doing an idle game. And now with the new World of Warcraft, I'm not going to get around to making a game anytime soon. So, kind of like the catch-22 problem here. All right, looks like we didn't get enough orbs to make one of the yeah. But it's something I feel like more game designers should take into consideration, especially with a game like this, which is designed to be played every day. And I don't think that's a bad thing. So I have read about dark patterns, and they consider appointment playing a dark pattern. It depends to me. Imagine there was no limit on Total War, right? And you could play Total War as much as you wanted, but there was no. But the caveat to that is that there would also be no sweep, right? You can't have one without the other. You can't have. Oh, damn it! It's acting up again, isn't it? All right, let's see what we got. Oh, boo, health. Boo with me. Boo, health. We don't want health. And let's awaken this. And this one you need crit damage. Come on, crit damage. Oh, we got crit damage. Yeah. All right, that's crit damage. Best way to increase your damage on the artifacts. All right, that's great news. All right, let's see if we can take this one up. But again, like Total War with no limits, you would sit there and farm Total War the same stage over and over again, just using your same team because there's no limitation in place. I think daily limits and weekly limits, when used responsibly, can be a good thing. One thing I will say, though, is I'm much more in favor of 4-day limits over 4-day to weekly limits over daily limits. Mostly because I just feel like that's better, but it depends on the dailies too and how you structure them, right? You can give some players something new to do every day, but if it's structured correctly, that's not. Oh, I only wanted to get up to. Oh, well, damn. And if it's structured correctly, oh wow, we're still short on orbs. Well, attack percent, not terrible. If it's structured correctly, it's not, in my opinion, too terrible of a thing. How much do we have left? Well, let's see what we get. I'm kind of trying to keep them even-ish. I mean, that's what you ideally should do. So, I mean, but again, my whole thing is, I don't think Idle Kingdom Defense has a problem from the appointment style playing. The issue is that it expects you to do too much each day, in my opinion. Especially Total War. Like, Total War is just way too much sweeping. Just one short, aren't we? I'm not gonna regret that. Oh wow, we're short on both now. And health again. Boo! Boo, 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 boo. Okay, so we're short on both. Oh. We have 4 here, and we didn't do rings today, and we have 5 here, and we did do orbs today. So we're finally getting back to like what I said. That said, we know how to handle it now, so it's not as big of a deal. Let's go to astrology real quick. Jeez, I just wanted to pump the artifact so bad I got out of spec. It's funny. But again, you know, that's my whole thing. Nothing wrong with daily playing, assuming you can do the daily playing quickly. That, to me, number one rule when making a game like this around playing. Make sure your daily is quick and achievable, and if it is, it's not a problem. If you're expecting players to like put in a significant time investment each day out of the fear of missing out, that to me is predatory. But I mean, again, I don't see Idle Kingdom Defense doing that. That said, like a lot of games have slipped to the daily thing. Like I think Overwatch was pretty good. Overwatch was, and I haven't played it since it turned into Overwatch 2, but I believe Overwatch was pretty good because it mostly revolved around, okay, here's bonus XP for your daily win of the day. Now, that said, I don't know how Overwatch 2 is, because they changed the game, and we didn't get enough for Sophia. We can just verify that. They changed the game, to me, in too dramatic of a fashion. But I understand why they did it. Loot boxes have been generating a significant amount of controversy, and so the way to sidestep it and keep it free to play is you follow the League model, the League of Legends, and we're basically, you know, everything is, all the skins and stuff like that are paid skins. There's no way to get them for free, and that's that, you know. Alright, so we completed everything but leveling the castle. Let's see how many levels we can put in the castle. But again, the reality is, I'm fine with dailies as long as they're quick, and I think the number one thing StormX could do is speed up how long it takes us to do our dailies. And that, to me, would be a big quality of life thing. Also, like, speeding up King's Ruins. And again, I had a suggestion on how to do that, but I haven't heard anything. Okay, almost 10.7 million XP. That said, once again, as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. If you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And as always, thank you again, and I hope you have a great day.